Hey everybody, it's Matt with remove-malware.com, and today we're going to take a look at Sandboxie. Sandboxie is just a sandbox program. What is a sandbox program? It runs programs in an isolated space and prevents them from making permanent changes to other programs and data on your computer. That's right from the Sandboxie website. I think that's an excellent description, easy for anyone to understand. Basically, if you download a piece of malware, get like a drive-by download, you just visit a site and all of a sudden it starts downloading and trying to install things, and it does install them without using a sandbox browser. They would install in most cases, but with Sandboxie, they install into the sandbox. Then, once they're in the sandbox, they can't touch your files, your hard drive, basically your file system, your registry, any kind of COM access. I'm trying to think of anything else. But basically, they're just allowed to sit inside the sandbox and do nothing. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got Sandboxie 3.34 here. And you can see how fast it is to install Sandboxie. Boom, it's done. I mean, that's fast. And when you're going through the end of the install, they'll give you a nice little getting started with Sandboxie. I went through that because I didn't know much about Sandboxie. And it's really easy to understand. It's like 4 steps. And it's a good thing to do. Besides watching my awesome review. So anyway, Sandboxie opens up like this. Looks a little confusing if you don't know what a sandbox is. But I'm going to go ahead and go over a few things here. The biggest one I want to start with is under the sandbox. We want to go to default box and sandbox settings. And then there is one option that you really should set, and that's under delete. Invocation. Check this first option right here. Automatically delete the contents of the sandbox when Sandboxie is closed or it crashes, anything like that. So it's very important. That's really the only one that I had to really worry about. Again, I am kind of a sandbox novice user here. I just started using it in the past, probably past 2 weeks. I've got my mom using it just because she was downloading all kinds of stuff. She just learned how to use the internet, and got kind of tired of taking care of her stuff. So she's using Sandboxie, and I've got no problems there now. So, anyway, go ahead and close this guy. And you can see Sandboxie running down here. This icon down here is like a blank little sandbox. When we have items in the sandbox, it'll have all kinds of little red dots in it, like this one right here. So hang on one second. Okay. Alright, so if I were you and you're installing this for somebody in your family or even yourself, maybe not yourself, but somebody in your family, you don't want them to mess around on the internet, just get rid of all the browser icons, and this will be their internet from now on right here. We'll go ahead and get rid of the installer. We don't need that. So that's how they get on the internet. So we go ahead and open up Sandboxed web browser, which is basically just Sandboxie. And you can see that the web browser looks totally normal, except that it's got these little pound signs on each end of the text in the title bar, and that is a sandboxed program, a sandboxed window. Well, program's a better word for it, because this entire program, Internet Explorer, is a sandboxed program right now. Anything we download on purpose or accidentally goes into the sandbox. You can retrieve items out of the sandbox if you want to. Or you can terminate programs running in the sandbox, which we'll show you. Or you can empty the sandbox, which deletes anything in there. Don't care what it is. It's going. Bye-bye. So let me go ahead and give you an example. I've got a drive-by download here, and it installs a rogue anti-malware application. So we're in a sandbox window. This is going to load Powerful Virus Remover 2008, which is a complete rogue. And what a rogue is, it's designed to steal a few bucks from you and in the end steal your identity. And they make these things look really convincing because I have more and more of my clients now buying these rogues. And then they call me saying, well, this thing doesn't do exactly what it said. So there's just thousands of rogues out there now, and they're being released almost every day. So if I accidentally download that and I try to install it, what it's doing, if we take a look at our sandbox, in our sandbox we have Internet Explorer and then a few Sandboxie processes. And it seems to take a little while to load. But now you can see Virus Remover 2008 is in our sandbox. It's isolated from our system. It cannot touch our system at all. It can't do anything. I can accept whatever agreements they have and fully install the program. It'll even run. It'll run and do nothing basically. It can't do anything. It can't touch our file system in any way because it's inside the sandbox. So I can go ahead and safely close this window that I accidentally stumbled on. Just hit cancel to that. I realize I messed up now, but now we've got this sandbox with this program running in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this for a second and let the program start. So hang on. All right, well, it's not even starting in the sandbox, which is fine by me. I kind of want to show you what this rogue has access to. If I go to Resource Access, if you look under File Access, Direct Access, Full Access, Blocked Access, and Read Only, all of these, there's nothing in here it has access to. If I go into Registry Access, it has access to nothing. There's nothing in this window. So that's the power of sandboxing. And really, you can run Sandboxie without any antivirus if you're a good power user. You kind of know what you're doing, and if you want to visit some sites and not have to worry about downloading anything. Or you can run Sandboxie and maybe some free antivirus like Avira, or you can run Sandboxie with Drive Sentry or Komodo Internet Security, something like that. Really, sandboxing is like 99.999% effective in blocking all kinds of malware. So, obviously I can see my sandbox has a bunch of junk in there. I'm just going to go ahead and terminate programs. So I just terminated that rogue just with a single click. And I'll go ahead and delete the contents of my sandbox. So the sandbox is already empty once I terminated the program. So I'm going to go ahead and start another video here. We're going to go ahead and load up a few more viruses. Be right back.